wanted to allocate all this money to teachers and to school funding, so where is this money going to come from?
We know that there was carryover from last year, almost 400 million, I believe, if I remember, 366 million, something like that, from last year's budget. And we know that the revenues are already over the projections, and we've not really hit what are considered the biggest sales tax months yet. So I expect that they will be in the revenues already without raising taxes, and I can't think of a better way to spend them or a better way to put that money to good use than the children of Arizona. Not everything in our plan is going to cost money. I mean, many things are things we're already doing that we can enhance, and we can do better services that we can provide, or different ways that we can allocate money and resources. Well, the arts are very important, and actually I'm an artist myself in another life, so the arts are important. Our children have to be very well balanced, but the STEM movement began to make sure that math and technology, engineering, science had the emphasis that it needed to have for those children that's the direction they want to go. I think we have to be careful. The arts have a place, but we can't add them in a way that we end up back where we were, that the rigor isn't there.
Superintendent, I know that you've kind of brushed this off, but what is your response to the board's decision to file a suit against you?
Well, I find it very interesting that when I filed a suit against them, they said it was political and shouldn't be decided by the courts, but now they've decided it has to be decided by the courts and is no longer a political issue. So we will see. We will let the courts decide. I'm just anxious for the courts to make a decision based on the law. Okay. The law is very clear. One of the things we talk about in the plan is other ways to evaluate schools, not just based on testing performance. In my work with the state charter board, we find schools that if they're dealing with children who are homeless, or they're dealing with children who are trying to attend schools in very high poverty, high crime rates, there's a lot of different measures of what makes a school good and what makes it effective for a certain student. So we have to have a comprehensive system to evaluate all our schools.
Do you think that the ongoing legal battle between you and the board is shifting focus away and hurting Arizona's children in the education system?
Not from my perspective, it is not. I want to see that our board agendas are full of items that truly impact the educational direction for our children, not political agenda items. So we'll, again, as far as we're concerned at the department, we go about the business of improving education for children, and the lawsuit just runs its course.
So you don't think any of the current agenda items on the board's agenda have any real merit in helping Arizona's children?
I wouldn't say none of them, but the last agenda item was very politically impacted. We provided them much information they needed in advance, so it was the information they needed was there.